So this new update brought along bounties, ranks, and other stuff including Harper's missions. The normal mission is fairly easy enough, but the elite mission is one that can prove to be very difficult and frustrating. However, I found a very consistent and fairly easy way of completing the elite mission, which I'll highlight and talk about here in this video. For full clarification, nothing you have on you will transfer to the elite challenge. It doesn't matter what weapons, items, or even gear you have, it will all be replaced. Except for your lockpicks. Make sure to craft some lockpicks, preferably ones that can instantly break open a medium lock, as there's a strat I use that requires them. However, I'll also present a strat that doesn't require them, so you don't need to worry about that if you can't craft them. Oh, and by the way, my game is bugged where I only spawn with one crossbow bolt, or none at all, so don't expect me to use it in this guide. Anyway, here's the full run starting from now, and I'll commentate over it as we go. Notice how I can move before the timer starts? I'm just simply using the bash skill. This can also be done in other trials, not just this mission. Back to the run. I used the claws to decapitate the drowner so it doesn't explode, though you can use a crossbow bolt here if you can. This is where the lockpicks come into play. Simply break the lock if you have the required level, and you can completely ignore this room. I like to close the door behind me so no one chases me through it. Alternatively, if your lockpicks aren't leveled enough to break the lock, you'll have to clear this room. I like to focus on the charger first, as he's the biggest threat. Most of the time if I drop kick him while he's facing away, he will instantly die since he cannot stand up from where he got knocked down. Sometimes he lives though. I always make sure I'm juiced up on both the health regen and muscle boosters before going into this room, if I'm planning on clearing it. I also make sure to go for the splitter second, as his damage output is crazy in a small room like this. Moving on, we can just ignore everything in this room, as we throw a flare at the board so we can move it safely without issue. If you haven't already taken both boosters by this moment, make sure to do it now. This room is rather straightforward. I tend to focus on all the virals as the biters are a non-issue. I tend to stay on this side of the room in order to bait the goon from the back while I'm taking care of all the virals. We want him to be as far away from the cabinet as possible. I then sprint past the goon and kill the splitter before going onto the cabinet. This is a fairly simple route. Head down, then jump left across. Jump through the hole and go up to the right. The door to the final arena is just below. This is where I like to use the 2 grenades we're given. I throw one in between the volatile nest and the splitter, and one in between the 2 pillars on the left. If it works out, most of the infected here are dead, with a couple stragglers. I also hide outside while the grenades are going off so I can refresh my regen and muscle boosters. At this moment I clean up the nests and make sure the splitter is dead if he isn't already. During this time, always keep an extra eye on the tyrant as his leap attack can be dangerous. After all external threats are gone, that's when I focus the volatile tyrant himself. And just like that, I was able to comfortably finish with over 3 minutes remaining. I hope this guy helped. And to see all the explained strats in full action, here's a full run without commentary or interruption.